Okay, so your name again, and then you have a connection to the BART shooting in San Francisco.
Yes. My name is Melissa. I'm a very, very close friend of Sofina. She's practically my cousin. We're like godparents, and her father of her child was murdered. He was on BART on New Year's Eve, coming home actually from Oakland to come see his daughter. My other cousin was on the train with him. All of a sudden there was a fight, not on their train, because it's a long train. There's a 12 trains. And I guess they just evacuated everyone because it was getting out of control. There was only one police on the BART. When they got out, there were multiple fights because everyone was just annoyed and drunk. It was New Year's, what's going on? Why are we, why did it get stopped? They targeted Oscar. I don't know, is it because he was the only black guy on BART? There's a lot of racism in Oakland. So he was already down to the ground. They surfboarded him. The police already had him. He was, screaming that he has a daughter. He had no gun. He didn't start the fight. He just wanted to go home. The officer pulled out his taser, his gun, hesitated, shot him. The funeral, his daughter was wanting to know where her daddy was. Where's daddy? When is he coming back? That's really sad. So what even enrages us even more is that you're supposed to have a trial amongst your peers in the location. Doesn't mean like an all white or all black panel. It just means it needs to be in Oakland because that's where it happened, in the community, in the Oakland community. Well, because there's a bias and everyone knows because we recorded it that he was, he is guilty. They're moving it out here to Los Angeles where you guys don't know what the heck or who or what, and this, ultimately what's going to happen is the officer's going to he's going to get fired, a slap on the wrist, and it's unjust. And because of this and the multiple people recording, they're now making the San Jose Police Department video cameras for the officer's ear where you can't see it. It's like a little microchip, and it's recording you, records the sound to get the perspective of the officer, because our perspective is not good enough. They have to get their perspective. But on top of that, how do you know they're not going to edit the footage? Like, that's a different video. Anyone can edit any footage. We can edit our footage, but how do we? You can't trust them. They're already moving the trial, so it's an outrage. Hopefully, people out here will get educated on it. Watch the YouTube videos, read the articles. He was innocent. He was just trying to go home. His daughter doesn't have a dad anymore. Sofina has no, husband. It's not about the money, people. It's just about the justice. So just become aware of it.
What else? You were telling me about the cameras of people with their cell phones.
Oh, yeah. So the video cameras that caught all the footage, because, nowadays cell phones, everyone has their mini cameras. There was like 122 people who recorded it. They all got confiscated. Every single person's cell phone.
Not every single one, but a lot of them. Quite a bit did.
Like 90% of the cameras did. If it wasn't for this girl who lived across the street in these apartments that caught everything, she got the best footage. She's the one who leaked it everywhere. And that was basically why we know. You can clearly see slow motion, grabbed his gun, hesitated, shot him.
He sighted the pistol.
Yeah, he sighted the pistol. The taser and your gun are two different directions. That's the first thing they teach you in law school. I'm in criminal justice. Know your taser from your gun. Enough said.
And what about the cameras in the station itself?
This is the fun part. They were recording. All of a sudden, it's a miracle. We have cameras for your safety, but they weren't recording. They were conveniently not working that day. So why do we need these cameras? Why? They're not going to protect us. Why? For fun? Yeah. Supposedly they erase the tapes every day. But, what if, like this, something happens? You don't have the evidence, you can't solve the murders, and that's what it's for, so, supposedly.
Anything else?
No, just, become educated, and since the trial is going to come to Southern California, hopefully, the people that they choose will find him guilty, because you don't really see police officers that are in jail for the crimes they committed. They get a slap on the wrist, they get fired, and that's it, He actually ran. I don't know if you knew this, but the guy, he ran to Vegas. They had to, They had to expedite him back to Oakland because he was getting death threats. Because, of course, there was outrage. you left. He was trying to flee the country. And so, yeah, they extradited him back. So what kind of innocence is that? You know,
Wow.
if you did something wrong, you know, you man up, you did it, you know. Yeah, you're getting death threats because you effed up, man. You effed up. So, I don't know. That says something when you're fleeing, you know. Obviously you're guilty, so.
How can people help? Is there a fund to help
There
with?
is a fund because they buried him, but they don't have a headstone or anything. I believe you just go online and it's Oscar Grant. Please help the family. They are trying to sue, but again, it's not about the money. It's not going to bring them back. It's actually for the daughter's college fund because they were poor. So if you do want to donate, that would be great because she doesn't have a father and they're very low income, so that would be great.
Okay. All right. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're